Want to use me as a bad example? Enjoy your glitter bomb. So my mother, 52 female, is married to a complete twat waffle of a man who she has been with for 6 years. I can't stand him. He has an ego that can only be rivaled by alpha idiots LOL. He has disrespected me in my own home, telling me I need to start dressing like an adult. I like to dress in what would be considered goth/emo attire. When my son was admitted to hospital after a seizure that nearly killed him, I jokingly said to my mother over video call, "I'm sorry I ruined your honeymoon," and his response was, "Well, if anyone was going to, it would be you." This was not said in a joking manner. The audacity of this man. My flabbersts were completely gasted, and he would say something like that when my 2-year-old son was on a ventilator. But anyway, I digress. I will say that over the 6 years my mother has been with this man, he has made no effort to get to know me or my 3 children, and I've actually only spent time with him a handful of times, and during these times, he was incredibly condescending and rude. I helped my youngest sister move out of their house this week after some boundaries were crossed, and my mother devolved into what can only be described as a temper tantrum of epic proportions. I'd shouting at me over the phone because I was not entertaining her bulk rap. My mother could have her own thread with her ridiculousness. My sister went back to my mother's house without me to pick up some more of her things. My mother was not there. This is important. Her husband decided this is a brilliant time to start berating my sister about how she is moving out and says, "This isn't something you do. This is something that X does," meaning me. Excuse me. Now, I was very mentally ill when I was younger, between the ages of 11 to 15. I'm now 33 going to university, where I just passed my first year with distinction and got on the dean's list for excellence. But I've worked so hard on getting better and making sure my children have all the support I never got. I won't lie, I was pissed. This man knows nothing about me at all, including how FING petty I am. So I have sent him a glitter bomb full of as much glitter and shiny penis confetti as I could order, about 30 pound worth, and have sent it to him with a note attached saying, "You want to talk about what I do? This is what I do." I should also mention that my mom has repeatedly told me how much he hates glitter and how he thinks it the work of the devil. So I really hope he enjoys cleaning all the sparkly penises. I really wish I could be there to see the look on his face when he realizes that not only do I know what he said, but that he now has to explain to my mother why I sent it. It might not be the best petty revenge, but it warms the petty place in my heart knowing that he will be finding glitter and penises for months, and every time he does, he will remember not to use me as a bad example, because I'll give you a reason to call me one. Relevant comments. Both posts, commenter, not the work of just any devil. Your work. Continue to be a bad example. OP. It's a crown I wear well. Update. Hello my fellow petty potatoes, I'm back. So I have the most wonderful update for you all. First of all, I wanted to give some context to a few bits I mentioned in my previous post. 1. I did not send him an envelope full of glitter. I sent him a spring-activated glitter bomb from an online prank store called Postal Pranks. I highly recommend them for your petty revenge plans. 2. My son is absolutely fine now. He is my little ginger whirlwind and has had no further seizures. Now on to the update. Today was my previously mentioned sister's birthday. She went to see my mother and the twat waffle. Whilst she was there, my mother's husband mentioned to her that someone had glitter bombed him. He then goes on to tell her how he opened it just as he was about to leave for a work trip and was completely covered in glitter and sparkly penises. He then proceeded to lose his shit. He was so covered in glitter, he had to change as it was inside his clothing. This delayed home for about an hour. My mother proceeded to lose her shit as she had a guest over at the time who witnessed the entire spectacle take place. My sister, those drama classes truly paid off here, goes on to ask questions to see if he had any idea who had sent it, and that's where it gets mind-blowingly good. He has no idea it was me. Neither him or my mother have any idea who sent this or why he got it. He obviously has no idea that my sister told me what he said about me. So now I am deciding how I want to let them know it was me or if I do. Maybe I'll just let him have a stroke every time he sees a package that he didn't order.